Okay, so get ready because today we're diving into Buenos Aires. But, like, not just scratching the surface, we're going deep.
Yeah, we're going way beyond those typical travel brochures.
Totally. This is about uncovering the soul of Buenos Aires, and we've got this, like, incredible source on the city to guide us.
Yeah, this source is packed with, like, the real deal on Buenos Aires.
Exactly. By the end of this deep dive, you'll know for sure if Buenos Aires deserves a top spot on that travel bucket list.
Absolutely. And let me tell you, Buenos Aires really breaks the mold. I mean, you've got that elegant European vibe, but with this undeniable South American spirit.
It's like that best of both worlds kind of thing.
Exactly. And here's the kicker. It's surprisingly affordable. Like, you can have that luxury experience,
Yeah.
Without the insane price tag.
Yeah, that's music to any traveler's ears. Luxurious, but easy on the wallet. That's a winning combo. Speaking of winning, let's talk La Boca and El Caminito. Imagine this, like houses painted every color you can think of, tango music in the streets, and hey, maybe even a peek at La Bombonera, the Boca Juniors' home turf.
Oh, La Boca is a visual feast, no doubt.
Yeah.
But there's like a whole story woven into that neighborhood. It was a major entry point for Italian immigrants, and that energy, still there.
Wow, so it's like history right there in front of you.
Absolutely. Even tango itself reflects that, right? You've got the European influence and the African rhythms all coming together.
It's amazing how a dance can tell so much about a place. Now, get ready for a shift in gears from the energy of the streets to a more, well, contemplative place. Recoleta Cemetery.
Okay, before you say anything, I know what you're thinking. A cemetery.
Yeah, but trust me on this one. Recoleta is not your average cemetery. We're talking stunning architecture, these intricate mausoleums, and it's the final resting place of some seriously important Argentines, like Eva Perón. Her story alone could fill a whole deep dive.
Oh, definitely. Evita, as she's known here, is like a symbol of Argentina. She fought for the working class, for social justice, and her impact still felt today. Visiting her tomb, it's not just sightseeing, it's like touching the soul of Argentina.
Wow. It's incredible how certain places can do that, connect us to history in such a personal way. Okay, speaking of connecting to history, got to talk about Plaza de Mayo. This square has seen it all. Revolutions, protests, the Mothers Plaza de Mayo fighting for justice. It's like the heart of Argentine politics, right?
It's true. And don't forget about the Casa Rosada right there, the pink house.
Right, the presidential palace.
Oh.
Forever linked to Evita's famous balcony speech.
Exactly. Plaza de Mayo really captures Argentina's past. It's a reminder that history isn't just something you read in books. It's about real struggles, real victories.
It's like you can practically feel the echoes of those moments in the air, right?
Yeah.
All right, so we've had history. Now let's talk a little culture, the highbrow kind. Teatro Colón, one of the most stunning opera houses in the world. Even if you don't love opera, the architecture alone is mind-blowing.
Absolutely. We're talking marble, chandeliers, the whole 9 yards.
And the acoustics. They say you can hear a pin drop from the back row.
Legend has it Luciano Pavarotti himself said singing there was like singing into a perfectly tuned instrument. That's how good the acoustics are. The best of the best have graced that stage.
Wow, it's like stepping back in time.
You said it.
But, okay, let's say you prefer your culture with a little more, modern flair. That's where Palermo comes in.
Palermo. Now we're talking. Trendy boutiques, a buzzing nightlife, restaurants, forget about it. You name it, they've got it.
Yeah, Palermo sounds like it has a little something for everyone.
Oh, absolutely. But if you need a break from all that hustle and bustle, Palermo's got you covered.
Really?
Yeah, check out Bosques de Palermo. It's like this oasis, peaceful lakes, rose gardens, perfect for a little escape.
Okay, so you've got the city vibe and a tranquil getaway all in one district. Not bad. Palermo, not bad. But what really makes a place special? It's the people.
Couldn't agree more. And the porteños, that's what they call themselves. They've got this, like, contagious energy.
You can really feel that, right? Like a pulse, a rhythm to the city.
Exactly. This passion for life. And it's everywhere. From how they move in a tango to how they cheer for their football teams. They embrace it all. The good, the challenging, they face it head on.
There's something so captivating about that. No wonder people fall in love with Buenos Aires. It kind of sucks you in.
It really does. And for a lot of people, that love affair starts with something simple. A cup of coffee.
Oh, right. The cafe culture in Buenos Aires is legendary.
It's not just grabbing a coffee to go,
Yeah.
It's an experience. These cafes, they're like social hubs. Friends meet up. Artists find inspiration. It's where the city comes alive.
I can practically hear the chatter, the clinking of cups.
Exactly. And it's not just any chatter. You'll overhear these conversations about art, politics, probably some heated football debates too, all while sipping coffee and enjoying some media lunas.
Media lunas. Now those sound delicious. Gotta love a good pastry with your coffee. But okay, back to the passion. We can't forget about football in this city.
Oh, we're getting there. And trust me, football in Buenos Aires, it's a whole other level. It's more than just a game. It's woven into the city's DNA.
Right, it's like a way of life there, isn't it?
Absolutely. The rivalry between Boca Juniors and River Plate, legendary, a super classical match. The energy is off the charts.
I bet. You can practically feel it through the screen.
Oh, it's something else. Did you know they actually measured the roar of the crowd during one of those matches?
No way, really?
Yeah, and get this. It registered on a seismograph miles away.
Wow, that's intense. It's like the whole city is shaking.
Exactly. And that passion, it spills into everyday life. You feel it everywhere you go.
It's like the city itself has a heartbeat. Speaking of heart, what about tango? We talked about the dance, but it's got to be more than just steps, right? It's like it reflects that same raw energy we were talking about.
You hit the nail on the head. Tango isn't just a dance. It's a conversation, a story you tell with your body, with your emotions. And it comes from the streets, Born in those working-class neighborhoods. That's where his power lies.
Wow, so it's like this authentic expression of the city's soul.
Exactly. And if you want the real deal tango experience, you have to go to a milonga.
A milonga. Okay, now you're speaking my language. What's a milonga?
Basically, it's a tango dance hall, but it's also like so much more than that. It's a place where everyone comes together, all walks of life, just connecting, feeling the music.
That sounds incredible.
It is. Imagine a dimly lit room. The sound of the bandoneon filling the air.
Yeah.
You can practically feel the emotion. It's an experience that stays with you.
I bet it does. Speaking of things that stay with you, remember how our source mentioned Avenida 9 de Julio?
Oh yeah, how could we forget?
The widest avenue in the world. That's pretty impressive.
It's a testament to the city's boldness, don't you think? Like, they dream big in Buenos Aires.
Yeah, and they're not afraid to show it. 16 lanes of traffic, that's a statement.
Definitely. But it's not just about grand gestures either. It's the little things too. Those charming little cafes tucked away on cobblestone streets. It's like stepping back in time.
Right, you can almost picture the poets and artists hanging out, debating the meaning of life over endless cups of coffee. It's like this beautiful blend of old and new, of tradition, and like this constant evolution.
Exactly. And let's not forget the food. We talked about asado, but that's just the beginning.
Yeah, the food scene in Buenos Aires, it's supposed to be incredible.
It's a foodie paradise.
Mm-hmm.
What's fascinating is how they take these influences from all over the world and make it their own. Like, you might have an Italian trattoria next door to a traditional parrilla, or a fusion place doing crazy things with empanadas.
Oh man, now I'm really hungry. It's like they're saying, come try our version of this classic dish.
Exactly. They're not afraid to experiment, to mix the traditional with the new. That's what keeps things interesting.
So we've wandered through these vibrant neighborhoods, seen historical landmarks, felt the music, even tried to decipher the language.
And through it all, we've uncovered what makes Buenos Aires so unique. It's that energy, that warmth. It stays with you long after you leave.
It's like the city leaves a mark on your soul.
It does. It really does.
It's like you said before, it's that Buenos Aires blend we keep coming back to.
You got it. Buenos Aires, it's this amazing mix of, like, global city and then, bam, intensely personal, too.
Yeah, like you can go from the grandeur of Teatro Colón to some hidden cafe all in an afternoon.
Exactly. It's both grand and intimate at the same time.
Like the city's offering you a secret handshake, inviting you in.
That's a good way to put it. And speaking of invitations, let's talk food. It's another example of that Buenos Aires blend.
Oh, we can't forget the food. We touched on asado, but I have a feeling there's a lot more to uncover there.
Oh, yeah. Asado is just the tip of the iceberg. Buenos Aires, it's a total foodie paradise.
Give me all the details.
What's so cool is how they take these culinary ideas, like from around the world, and blend them with their own Argentine traditions. You might find an Italian place making homemade pasta right beside a traditional parrilla.
So it's like all these cultures are coming together on your plate.
Exactly. Or you might find a modern place experimenting with, like, Asian-inspired empanadas.
Oh, wow, fusion empanadas. Now that's something I gotta try.
It's that willingness to try new things, to blend the old with the new, that makes the food scene so exciting.
So we've wandered through these neighborhoods, we've stood in the shadow of these incredible landmarks, we've talked about tango, even that unique way they speak Spanish.
It's been quite a journey, but I think we've gotten to the heart of what makes Buenos Aires so special. It's that energy. It's welcoming, it's captivating, and it stays with you.
Yeah, it does. It's like Buenos Aires leaves its mark on you.
Exactly. Buenos Aires is saying, come on, write your own story here. It's about embracing that rhythm of the city, that warmth of the people. It's about endless possibilities.
So after this deep dive into the heart of Buenos Aires, the question is this your city? Is Buenos Aires calling your name?
Are you ready to trade in your daily routine for, like, a tango in the streets of La Boca, a delicious asado under the Argentine sky?
Maybe get lost in one of those cafes we talked about, sipping coffee, watching the world go by.
We've given you the map, the compass. Now it's your turn to explore.
Exactly. Until next time, keep exploring, keep discovering, and keep diving deep.